Assalamu alaikum dear students, it is nice to see you again and at part 3 of Cellular Respiration video dictionary. Let me mention something that is important. If you want to understand cellular respiration concept, it is really important to understand these terms. These terms will start from respiration itself and end up with electron transport chain. Let's talk about it in more details. About respiration, we can say that respiration is a process in living organisms involving the production of energy. It means this process is going to be used by living beings in order to produce adenosine triphosphate or energy currency from energy storage or macromolecules inside the food. So the main fuels which are going to be consumed inside the cellular respiration, these are carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins. It means inside living beings, these are the energy storage that are going to be transformed to ATP by different type of cells. So the cellular respiration can be categorized into different steps. The first step starts with glycolysis. Glycolysis, as it is referring from its name, it means glycolysis is the splitting part of glucose, or it is the metabolic pathway that converts glucose into pyruvate. It means in this process that we call it the first step of ATP production, glucose is going to be split into different another molecules that are going to be called or named as pyruvate. The second step of cellular respiration could be thought as a link reaction. A link reaction is when pyruvate or pyruvic acid will convert into acetyl-CoA enzyme. Also, the third step is called as Krebs cycle, which is a series of chemical reactions used by all aerobic organisms in order to release their energy. And the final step of cellular respiration is called oxidative phosphorylation, in which cellular respirations end up with more ATPs. Okay, dear students, there are another important terms which are really necessary in order to be familiar with them to understand cellular respiration functions. Pyruvate could be thought as a result of glycolysis. It means when glucose splits into another sugar that is called pyruvate. The pyruvate possesses only 3 atoms of carbon. What is phosphorylation? Phosphorylation is a step in glycolysis when phosphate groups are going to be added into another compounds. NAD and fat could be thought as electron carriers, or their abbreviation names is for NAD we can say that it is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. And also it is a coenzyme involved in redox reaction. And fat could be thought as a flavin adenine dinucleotide. It is also a second electron carrier used during cellular respiration. NAD and fat, both of them are electron carriers which transport energy in a form of electron from one phase into another phase, from one step to next step. Mitochondrial matrix, as you are well familiar with mitochondrial matrix, it is the inner part of the mitochondria. The term decarboxylated or dehydrogenated means that during different type of reactions the carbon is exhaled outside of the compounds in a form of carbon dioxide, so it is called decarboxylated. And also dehydrogenated means when compounds lose their hydrogen atoms. Another important terms that you should be familiar in order to understand the cellular respiration is coenzyme A or acetyl coenzyme. These are two enzymes which are notable for their functions inside different reactions of cellular respiration. A nucleoside are similar with a nucleotide, but they lack phosphate groups. Oxaloacetate is the form or a compound which possesses only 3 carbons, then it will be attached with the acetyl CoA in order to produce the citrate. So citrate is another compound that possesses 6 carbons. And the cellular respiration ends up with electron transport chain. Thank you, dear students. That was about different terms that are going to be used inside the cellular respiration. So if you want to understand the cellular respiration, which is really a tough concept in biology, so it is necessary that you should be well familiar with those terms. Thank you so much. See you on next video.